Welcome, Guardians and Assassins. Welcome to another episode of Crucible School. Now, guys, I know that you have seen some pretty good plays, and I know that you guys have seen, well, obviously there are good players out there, so obviously some good plays are going to be made, sometime. So, how did these players make these decent plays? Well, let's get the obvious thing out of the way, and we'll look further in depth into this question through a couple different episodes. So, the first thing that we're going to look at, though, is pretty much movement of your character. Now, what am I talking about with that? Now, guys, there is about 1,000,000,002 different types of controllers out there. There's different type of controller mods, there's different type of advanced controllers. You have the Xbox One Elite controller, you have Scuff gaming controllers, and you also have, different types of mods, such as the Strike Pack FPS Dominator Strike Pack. So it's made by a company called Collective Minds. It's actually just a thing to put triggers on the back of your controller, but it also as well has things that modify your game, such as, take away aim assist, less recoil, just all kinds of different things. It's very easy and simple to map your controller settings once you get the hang of it. But regardless, having those triggers on the back there make it easier to control your character. Now, where would you pick something else like that up? Like that FPS, the Strike Pack FPS Dominator package. Where would you get that? You could get that at Walmart for $30. So, yeah, guys, it is an in-game mod that basically has, like, almost little types of aimbots. So, will you get flagged for this if you take this to a tournament? Yes. Is this considered cheating? Depends on who you ask, but if I'm doing something competitive, I don't expect somebody to be using one of these, just because it's not your true skill. You're having the computer do half the stuff for you. Now, you also have the other things, like your Scuff controllers, which you can sit there, they don't have the mods on the inside, but they have, like, the extra triggers on the back, ergonomic grips so you don't drop your controller, different triggers that you can, bind to different things, different size thumbsticks for different reactions, things of that nature, which those are also absolutely excellent. But the problem with that is your Scuff controllers can be in the upper $210 range, which is enormous for a controller. So, what controller do I use? I use the Elite controller. The Elite controller, on the other hand, you're looking at about 160, 170, maybe even $180 brand new. But if you guys go to any gaming spot, you know what I mean, and you know what's supposed to be in the package, you guys can actually go through the used ones and get this at a significantly reduced price. Now, you got to keep in mind that when you do this, it is, it's not considered cheating. It is actually able to change things around. For instance, I have 4 paddles on the back of my Xbox One Elite controller. The top left one is my X button. The bottom left is you're pushing down on the thumbstick on the left. My top right one is you're pushing down on the right thumbstick. And your bottom one on the right is actually mapped to my A button. Now, I also have, if you push down the right thumbstick, it actually equates to hitting Y, and then I have my trigger locks on, and I have both those set at 0 to 1. So, the reason why I have this set up is because it's just easier to move around, it's easier to get your resurrections, it's easier to switch out ammo, run, jump, sprint, pretty much everything that you guys would see a normal player do. Now, would I suggest getting one of these or one of the advanced controller packs? Absolutely. But on the other hand, I would not suggest thinking that you're going to be a pro with this thing right away. You are looking at a bare minimum of 21 days to get used to this, to get back to your normal playing style. But then your playing style will advance, so you will actually do better. The reason why is I have my stuff set up this way is because when I'm in Crucible, guys, I like to use Puppeteer for the controller layout because I never have to move my fingers off the thumbsticks, triggers, or the triggers on the back to replace the triggers on the front while I am in the middle of a match. Now, you guys have a pretty good idea of what I'm talking about with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this out by letting you guys watch the commercials for all three of these controllers. Hey guys, if you enjoy what you see, go ahead, click that subscribe button. If you like what you see, go ahead, click that like button. So a like and a subscribe would be great. And if you never want to miss any of my content, go ahead and click that notification bell. Alright, Guardians, I'll see you in the next Crucible School.
Dead.